The Doomsday means the end of worldly life and the beginning of the afterlife. It provides detailed information about how the Doomsday will occur and the events that will occur before it. In this article, we will focus on the definition of the Doomsday, how it will occur and its signs. Definition of the Doomsday: the apocalypse is a word of Arabic origin, means rising from the grave or resurrection. The Day of Judgment is a day when all people will be resurrected by Allah and will give account of their deeds. Only Allah knows when this day will come. This subject is frequently emphasized in the Quran, and it is stated that people should not speculate on this subject. The process of the Doomsday: the Doomsday occurs in two stages, the Lesser Doomsday and the Greater Doomsday. The Lesser Doomsday is the death of individuals. The apocalypse occurs at that moment for each individual. The Greater Doomsday, on the other hand, means universal destruction and the resurrection of all people. The Lesser Doomsday is the moment of a person's death. With death, the soul leaves the body and the person is placed in the grave to account for their deeds. During this process, the person's soul will encounter punishment or blessing. The Great Doomsday begins with the end of the universe. There are verses in our holy book, the Quran, about how this event will occur. With the coming of the Great Doomsday, all living things will die with an endless sound. The earth and the sky will be destroyed. All people will be resurrected from their graves and brought to the realm of judgment. Signs of the Doomsday: many signs will occur before the Doomsday. In Islamic sources, these signs are divided into two groups: minor signs and major signs. Minor signs include situations such as moral decline in society, the spread of ignorance and the weakening of religious values. These include the spread of interest and adultery, an increase in murders, an increase in sedition, people competing with each other in building. Major signs are more specific events and are generally listed as follows. 1. The emergence of the Antichrist. He will appear as a liar and try to mislead people. 2. The descent of Hazrat Isa to the earth. Hazrat Isa will return to kill the Antichrist. 3. The emergence of Gog and Magog. When these tribes are set free, they will create great chaos. I will explain this in detail in another video. 4. The sun rising in the west. This event shows that the cosmic order has changed. 5. The emergence of dead.As. Dead.As holds an important place in Islam as one of the signs of the Doomsday. This term, which means a creature emerging from the earth, in the Quran, is mentioned in the 82nd verse of Surah An-Naml, and when the word of torment is fulfilled against them, we shall bring out from the earth a beast to them, which will speak to them, because mankind believed not with certainty in our ayat. Characteristics of dead.As. Dead.As is defined as one of the great signs of the apocalypse. According to the narrations of our Prophet, this being will emerge bearing the seal of Hazrat Solomon and the staff of Hazrat Musa. It will make the faces of the believers shine and seal the noses of the unbelievers, thus, it will make a distinction between people. There are various descriptions of the appearance of dead.As. In some narrations, it is described as a long, four-legged and different being. The emergence of dead.As is connected to the other great signs of the Doomsday. As stated in the hadiths, it will emerge with the rising of the sun in the west. These events will follow each other in order. The emergence of dead.As is considered as a result of people's lack of faith and moral decline. Dead.As will inform the unbelievers that the Doomsday is approaching and invite them to believe in Allah's verses. This being will remind people of the truths they deny and show them Allah's power to resurrect the dead. As stated in the hadiths, when this being emerges, the faith of the unbelievers will no longer benefit them. In conclusion, the Doomsday is an inevitable reality in the Islamic faith and symbolizes both the individual and social transformation process. What is important for Muslims in this process is not to neglect their worship and to remain committed to moral values. The signs of the Doomsday attract people's attention and encourage them to stay on the right path. Therefore, it is important for Muslims to learn information about the Doomsday and shape their lives accordingly.